Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about what happens when we have Venus placed in the 4th house in the sign of Capricorn for a Libra Ascendant. So if you have Libra Ascendant, and I'm talking about in Vedic Astrology, Libra Ascendant in Vedic Astrology, you'll have Capricorn in the 4th, and if you have Venus in here, we were talking about that today, what happens with that placement today. So before I get into all that good stuff, I just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do have Vedic astrology readings. I also do have a Vedic astrology certification course as well. So if you're interested in anything that I have to offer, you can see everything up here. Then I would highly encourage you to go to gebotheshaman.com. Also, if you like these kind of videos, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe, and click that bell button, and all that good stuff. So, alright, let's get into it. Venus in Capricorn in the 4th house. So, what is the 4th house? This is the position that kind of cements everything together and holds everything together. So, what is the 4th house? The 4th house is the house of your mother. 4th house is the house of your home life, your the beauty of your home, the home life, the family life, things like that. It's real estate, it's vehicles, it's things like that. So 4th house is all about the home, your vehicles, your real estate, your just your home life and things like that, and especially your relationship with your mother. So then we have Capricorn in here. We have Capricorn in the 4th house. So what does that mean? What does Capricorn mean? So Capricorn is the sign of discipline, structure, organization. It is, just the foundations of things, making things very structured, very organized, very disciplined, very, it's all about laws and discipline and things like that. It's hard. It's, Capricorn is hard work. It's going out there into the world and really working hard, busting your butt so you can have an income, right? So it is service to others. It's discipline, organization, structure, things like that. So in the 4th house, we see someone who might like to work from home. Also, if we have Capricorn in the 4th house, that means that Cancer is going to be in the 10th house. So we have Capricorn in the 4th, Cancer in the 10th. So this creates a scenario where people want to work at home. They also, with Cancer in the 10th, you got to do something that you're really passionate about, from your heart, from your your internal motivation, something that really matters to you. So Capricorn in the 4th house is like, it's work, it's discipline, it's structure in your home. So your home life is very structured, very disciplined. Also, your mother worked a lot when you were growing up. That's something we see with a lot of Libras. Why? Capricorn in your 4th house. 4th house being the relationship with your mother. Capricorn being that she worked a lot. She worked her butt off, and she was at work providing for you. More than she was at home, nurturing you and loving you and raising you. She was out at work. She was working very hard to provide a home for you. That's what this says. So it also means that she's very business-minded, very straight, very to the point, very just, she doesn't want to hear about the whole story. She wants you to cut to the chase, and how do I know? I'm a Libra ascendant. So, yeah, she just wants me to cut to the chase, and, it's like, kind of like very business minded. Okay, what's the point? What are you trying to tell me? What's the point? What's, what, just not up for like stories or anything like that. Your mother could probably see very quickly past your BS, past any kind of lies or anything like that you told her or anything like that. So, how do I know? No, just kidding. But yeah, it's very much this this kind of energy, this very serious business mindset. This, okay, what is the purpose of you talking to me? What is, state your business? It's very much that energy, and that can be very, very upsetting to a kid. It's like, Mom, I just want to talk. Well, okay, what's your business? What do you want? Like, damn. Okay, so so you can see how this would make somebody feel very, very much like a burden. So Libra ascendant, more than likely you felt like a burden. But anyway, we're talking about Venus in Capricorn in the 4th house. So with Venus here, it's not much better, but it is a little bit better. Venus is one of the karkas or significators of the 4th house. And so with Venus here, it kind of gives us some love, a little bit of, like, kind of pour some sugar on the bitter tasting relationship with your mother. It's like a little bit of sweetness in there, so it's not so harsh. But yeah. So anyway, we have Venus in Capricorn in the 4th house. So what is that about? Well, I just told you, very, very, Capricorn in the 4th house can be very harsh. But Venus is the karka of marriage, the karka, the significator of your wife, your marriage partner. Even for women, it's the significator of marriage. However, Jupiter is more the significator of the husband, things like that. So yeah, it's someone with this Venus, especially if there's like a moon aspect or something like that, could be someone with this placement could be very meticulous, very attention to detail, very detail oriented, very having a very sharp eye, very close eye on their home life, on their home environment. This could make someone have something to do with architecture, like a architectural engineer or something like that, an architect. So you could be an architect with this one, and you could work from home. Very much so. It has to do with making a beautiful home, making a very beautiful home environment. They're like your mother, for example. Your mother would be like, okay, I put a roof over your head, I put food in your stomach, screw off, don't ask me for anything else. I gave you clothes, food, a roof over your head, that's it. No, you would be more like wanting to interior decorate and make your home a very beautiful place and things like that. It's like just having this very feminine touch to the home. And that, wanting to make everybody comfortable in your home and things like that. And so it makes you very very good with hosting people. So you could throw very good parties. You could be a very good hostess or host. You could have very good at entertaining people and making them feel welcome and things like that. And then of course we have Capricorn here is kind of, it wants to be organized, it wants to be structured, disciplined, and so it's kind of like one of those things where it wants to be practical as well. So instead of just making everything pretty, you decide to go after practical uses of the things that you improve within your home. So that could be, instead of just buying a pretty piece of furniture that looks pretty, but it has no storage space, no nothing. It's like you would get the one with the storage space and kind of make it look better. So yeah, it's Capricorn with this Venus. It's like Venus wants to kind of give have a very good structure. Like you could be a lawyer with this one. It's kind of you could be a city councilor or something like that with this one as well, because it's very, Capricorn is about business and structure and laws and things like that. And so it's like, you could be someone also who works for the city and does home inspections and things like that, because it's very much about having a certain standard. And once you have a certain standard in building homes and in homes in general, that standard, it helps people, because people aren't living in in places that are going to have electrical fires and things like that. It's Venus, the hope of Venus here, the kind of what Venus wants to do here is standardize everything so that it's to a higher standard, so everyone can live in peace with minimal crises and things like that going on. So let's see here. So one thing that I didn't mention was that Venus is the karka of, well, I shouldn't say that. It's the Lagnesh is what I mean. It's the lord of the first house. So if you're a Libra Ascendant, that means that your Libra Ascendant is ruled by Venus. Venus placed here in the 4th house, that has a profound impact on your identity. So looking more into the specifics of the nakshatra that your Venus is placed in and things like that, and what planets are aspecting it and things like that, it's like, those are the things to look at. So this is just kind of a overview of Capricorn in the 4th house. So yeah, so this is all about you could get into also architecture and making architecture not only beautiful but also functional and things like that. So yeah, it's and then You know, Venus in Capricorn kind of reminds me of that movie Legally Blonde. It's like wanting to, being placed in this very serious, very, very business minded sign, where it's just like, okay, what's the purpose? What's the, no emotion involved, no no fun, no playfulness, no emotion. Capricorn is very serious, very business minded, and things like that. And for Venus to be in here, it has to bring that relational stuff. It has to bring the emotions. It has to bring the beauty, the fun, the things like that. So it's like pouring sugar on top of what is that called? Vegemite. Some people like it, some people hate it, but sugar on top makes it a little bit more tolerable to take. So it's just one of those things. So what else? So yeah, we'll talk about in terms of your partner. So Venus, Venus represents love, lust, sexuality, relationships, things like that, and art and beauty and romance and things like that. So in terms of relationships, if you are a man, Venus would be the karka or significator of your wife. It means that you would want a older woman who is well established, very, very secure in herself, and you would want her to be basically your mother. You would want her to maintain a clean home, a disciplined home, organized, structured. Oh yeah, that's the other thing about this. Like in terms of career, Venus in the 4th could be a very good housewife. Making sure everything is clean, everything is organized and tidy, and kids have their lunch packed and their outfits set for the day and all that good stuff, and it's very organized and meticulous and things like that. So very good. And as far as like a guy who has this placement, you'd want your wife to kind of be the stable one, the breadwinner. Well, I shouldn't say that. Like, does very much go with the housewife kind of thing. But you would want her to be more mature, older, like have a steady, be the housewife that keeps everything under control and organized and structured. And so yeah, doesn't necessarily mean that you would want her to be the breadwinner or the one who works, because it's kind of hard to have a structured home if you have a wife who works and is also responsible for structuring the home, or getting things for the kids and blah blah blah. So yeah, and then in terms of a female, that would be interesting. I would say check your Jupiter placement, and I would say you probably want to be the housewife. You probably want to be a lot of housewives actually work from home, so you would be wanting to stay home and beautify the home and things like that. And yeah, so I think that's about it for me, guys. So let me grab a drink and we'll go through all this stuff. tell you about it. So, alright, so if you're interested in anything that I have to offer, you can go to gebotheshaman.com, and once you're there, you can place your order. And a lot of people have been asking me, what happens once I place the order? Like, how do I get my birth information to you? Don't worry, it's like after you place the payment, you'll get an email, and that will that'll take you to a place where you can put in your birth details and everything like that, and schedule your appointment with me. And if you are, living, let's say, in Australia, and you can't find a convenient appointment time, I can always record a reading and do it for you, and just send it to you. So, and I always encourage my clients to, send me questions after the fact, or, if they're wondering about anything specific, they can always ask that, either before or after. So we have the astrology consultations. So we have, that includes the, like a birth reading, a career reading, and a relationship reading. Well, I did, like, all of those are included, like, separately. So, either you pick a career reading or a relationship reading or a birth chart reading. So either way, and then we have the astrology certification course. So the astrology certification course is basically designed to take you through step A through step Z of how I personally do a Vedic astrology reading for my clients. And, there's minimal astrology education required for that course. You just gotta know some pretty basic things and you'll be able to do it. Alright, so once you purchase that course and you take my certification exam, I will give you your very own website, so to become a Vedic astrologer. So, and then I'll also promote you on the channel as well. So I have a few people who have taken the opportunity to do that, but they haven't gotten back to me with their tests or anything. So anyway, let's see here. Then we have the Qigong courses. So we have Cosmic Qigong and Self-Transformation Challenge. Both of those courses are extremely powerful. They are the most powerful Qigong courses I have ever done. I'll just put it that way. I've done a lot of Qigong over the years, and just the style of Qigong that I learned from the teacher that I learned from is unmatched, unparalleled, and it is extremely powerful, as well as just, the energy that's available to you to actually put into manifesting what you want in your life. It's very, very powerful. So, highly recommend that. And if you're interested in Kundalini Yoga, I would highly recommend the Self-Transformation Challenge that combines Kundalini Yoga, Qigong, and meditation, and the lightning energy of the heart center. So it is very, very powerful stuff. Alright, and then we have the birth time rectifications. So if you don't know your birth time, or you are confused about it somehow, I'd highly recommend getting a birth time rectification. That is a really good way to ensure that you have an accurate birth time. And I spend the extra time with my clients' birth charts and just really nail it down to make sure that it's accurate and I'm doing the best job that I can. So, if you're interested in a birth time rectification, you can go to gebotheshaman.com down here. The link for that is also in the chat, or in the on the description of the video. So Then we have the rune reading. So this is a 9-world rune reading that combines information about what's coming to you, what's your current conscious experience, what are your hopes and wishes, your identity, any identity issues, any problems with you as opposed to other people. Also relationship problems and things like that can be addressed through the rune reading. It talks about what's going on with your relationships and how to resolve that. What's going on with your individual personal identity and how to resolve that. And, what you're manifesting. It's the actions that you're taking, the unconscious mind, the things that you're unconscious of, and hopes and wishes, and what the Ascended Masters are trying to tell you through the rune reading. So then we have the career coaching and life coaching. So I would highly recommend getting a session with me if you are confused, or maybe you're just unsure or insecure about actually pursuing what you're interested in. A lot of people, for some reason, are very frightened of actually taking the leap and just doing what they're, starting that business and doing what they're passionate about. So my job is to assist you in that and to help you figure out what you want to do and assist you in helping you grow your business. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to do. Alright, so then we have the trauma healing course. So that's also called the emotional awareness course. Basically self-explanatory, tried to helping us to be more aware of our emotions is very, very good thing. Because when we're not aware of those, we tend to project those and build a false narrative, a victim mentality around our the things that really hurt us in life. So I'm planning on working on that more in the future, but yeah, it's available. It's available if you want to check it out. And then we have the distance energy healing. So a lot of people think that's about physical healing or whatever, and it is to some extent, but the main focus is energetic healing. So we all stuff down our emotions from time to time, and instead of looking at them and processing them and loving ourselves through them, we tend to ignore them and push them down and to dissociate from them. Well, these emotions, unaddressed emotions can hurt you physically. They can, go into your tissues because they are energy that you have bottled up, so it's not flowing. It's very important stuff. Anyway, so yeah, that's about it for me. So yeah, I appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and like and hit the bell and all that good stuff. And if you're interested in anything that I have to offer you, go to gebotheshaman.com, and we will see you next time. All right, peace.